Welcome back to In Focus Kentucky. On this episode, we're bringing awareness to the Summer Food Service Program that provides Kentucky's children with free breakfast and lunch while school is out of session. And joining me now is Katie Landon of God's Pantry Food Bank. The organization is helping to provide summer meals to kids by sponsoring the Summer Food Service Program. Thanks so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And what types of services is God's Pantry offering with this particular program, the Summer Food Service Program?
Yeah, so God's Pantry, we actually cover 50 counties in central and eastern Kentucky. And so instead of doing all 50 counties and having a meal program, we know that there are 170 sponsors in the state of Kentucky providing summer meals to kids. So we're looking at counties or cities that don't have enough sites, that are maybe underserved, and we're putting sites in those locations and providing free meals and snacks to kids during the summer.
Now, your website says that out of every 100 kids receiving free or reduced lunch, only 8 are connecting with the summer meal. Why is that?
I think it's tough in the summer with transportation for kids, getting the word out about the program. So that's why we're here today. We want as many people as possible to know that these meals are there for anyone who needs them.
And people may have heard of the words food insecure, but could you kind of break that down and what that means for especially for those students that are dealing with the free and reduced lunch programs?
Sure. Well, we started using the term food insecurity instead of saying you're hungry, because we say that every day that we're hungry before lunch or that kind of thing, but a lot of us are lucky enough to have access to food. Food insecurity is someone who maybe doesn't have any food in their household, who doesn't have the resources to purchase it. So we're trying to differentiate between the common term hungry and use food insecurity instead.
And share with us some of the reaction and feedback from the community that you hear about being involved with this particular program and what you've been hearing.
Well, I love this program because it brings together communities. We have lots of volunteers that want to serve meals to kids. And as a part of my job, I get to go out to the sites and visit and actually get feedback from caregivers, from kids. So that's a really fun part for me. This summer, I've met a lot of grandparents who've been raising their grandkids. And I knew that was a trend that was happening in our communities, but actually talking to folks and hearing the impact that this program has on their household and their food budget. I met a grandma who was raising her 2 twin grandsons, and they were teenagers, so you can imagine how much food they were eating at home. So they got to come out to a site 3 or 4 days a week, have a meal there, and then socialize with their friends. And so it's been a great resource for communities.
And the program is on the tail end of the season, but donations are key to this program, but also to what God's Pantry does all year. So talk about the donation process and what people can do if they want to reach out to your organization.
Sure. I think the best thing to do is just go to our website, which is godspantryfoodbank.org. We have volunteer opportunities on there. If you want to volunteer in the warehouse, if you want to go to a pantry, we have all that available on there. And there's also a donation tab, which obviously is always important. So you can just click on the website and figure all that out.
Well, Katie, thanks so much for joining us here on the program to share the work that you are doing and partnering with this particular program.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Now, coming up, we'll learn how Kentucky's largest school system provides meals at more than 100 schools, churches, and community centers around the county. Next on In Focus Kentucky.